has a high dynamic range. And the reason I can tell is because the loudest part of the sound, right here, the transient, is a lot different from the quietest part of the sound, which is somewhere way down here. So a sound like this that sort of bangs in and then fades out over time is said to have a high dynamic range. In contrast, if we look at this kick drum, we can tell that it has a low, or at least lower, dynamic range than the clap. And the reason we can tell is because the highest point, or the loudest point of this sound, right here, is pretty close to a majority of the rest of the sound, which is the sub-body of this kick right here. There's a little dip here, and a dip kind of towards the end, but a majority of the sample is fairly close to the loudest point of the sound. So a sample like this is said to have a low or lower dynamic range. Now that we understand that, hopefully, if not, let me know in the comments below, we can go ahead and define compression. What is compression? Compression is the process of changing or lowering the dynamic range of a sound. Looking back at our clap sample, if you can picture the dynamic range of this sample being lower, either by these peaks right up here and these right here being dropped down to about this level here, or by this midsection towards the end being raised up to match close to what these peaks are, then you just pictured a compressed version of the sample. And that's what we're going to do next. So for this example, I'm going to program in a couple of claps so we have some audio to work with. And on the mixer track for the clap, I'm going to load up my favorite compressor, and that is the Fruity Limiter. Now, don't be confused by the name. The Fruity Limiter has a compressor built in, and that's accessed from this comp tab. The reason why I like this compressor so much is mainly because of the visual feedback that it offers. And I know that, audio engineering is supposed to be based on your ears and based on sound, but the visual feedback that you get from something like this plugin can drastically help with honing in on roughly the right values that you'll want, and then from there your ears can kind of take over and fine-tune those values. And also it really helps me explain and show you guys this compressor stuff when you can actually see what it's doing. So I mentioned honing in on values. What did I mean by that? Well, first of all, don't be scared by all the knobs on this compressor. We're only going to worry about 3 of them for now, and those 3 are threshold, ratio, and gain.
Yeah.
The most fundamental controls on any compressor. Alright, I'm going to get rid of some of the stuff that we don't need, like the mixer and the channel, and I might increase the resolution on this compressor and just make the window a little bigger.
So today naenda kufanya piece moja enye ni
very
personal to me, ni piece
then I'm gonna compress it,
sana.
Then I'm gonna tell you
it's a gospel piece, inaitwa Narudi. And my guitarist Komora atanisaidia hapa hivi. So let's take it away. So mimi ni Raf mshairi, hivyo wananitanga, wengine wananitanga King mwenye crown ya kitenge, wengine wananitanga Cathode, wengine wananitanga Rafaelo, wengine wananitanga Rafaelito. Majina ni mingi, but anyway, so today naenda kufanya piece moja enye ni very personal to me, ni piece liji express sana. It's a gospel piece, inaitwa Narudi. And my guitarist Komora atanisaidia hapa hivi. So let's take it away. So God, I feel feel ni kama nimekuwa mbali na wewe for some time. Na feel ni kama ile love nilikuwa nao kwako imekuwa broken into pieces juu of late. Of late nimeandika tu my love pieces in which zina come zina lose meaning, nikisha lose hiyo feeling of late.